So I have this little piece of writing here, um, about boundaries, for whoever's listening. Um, you know, just want to pinpoint what boundaries are, how to set them, why they're important to us, and what to do when they're not respected or they're overstepped. All right, so here we go. Okay, so let's talk about it. Boundaries. A boundary is sort of a condition you set that defines tolerable or intolerable behavior. Why are boundaries important? Boundaries are self-expression. They teach people how you would like to be treated. They allow you to define and express what's important to you, what's valuable to you, and behaviors that are unacceptable or hurtful to you. And it's very important that you set them. How do we set a boundary? You set a boundary not by blaming the other person or pointing a finger, not by lashing out. We set a boundary by calmly and clearly expressing what the person did and how it made us feel. Again, not by making someone feel guilty or bad about themselves. That doesn't help. But if something makes you feel uncomfortable, you just say that. By doing this, we are communicating what is acceptable and unacceptable to us. So what are the outcomes? If a person values the relationship they have with you, they will hear what you have to say and hold space for how you feel. They will acknowledge it. They may take accountability, apologize, and go on to change their behavior. On the other hand, they may not do any of this. They might feel attacked. They might start an argument, tell you how you're wrong for feeling how you feel. And in all this, indicate to you that they may not really be someone you should have around you. As hurtful as this is, it'll save you time and hurt in the future. Boundaries for the win. I'm one hell of a writer. So boundaries, something I also want to say is boundaries aren't just for relationships. Boundaries is for every single interaction, relationship that you have with everyone around you. You know what I'm saying? And it's so important because, as I said in that piece of writing that I wrote, they teach people how we want to be treated. They teach people how their actions make us feel. You know what I'm saying? And that's so important. I feel like boundaries are one of the foundations, one of the building blocks of any healthy relationship. They have to be there. And when they're overstepped, you know what I'm saying, we have to do our due diligence. And what's the word? And holding the line, staying true to how we feel, staying true to the boundaries that we set, because again, they're there for a reason. And yeah, man, if you're ever, in a situation where you feel like, when you feel some kind of way by someone else's actions, express that. You know what I'm saying? Set that boundary. You know what I'm saying? Because, some things, one thing I've learned is some things, that other people do to us, they may not even really realize that it hurts us or it impacts us in some kind of way. So by expressing how we feel, we're communicating to them that, hey, what you said wasn't okay. What you did wasn't okay. You know what I'm saying? That comment you made about this wasn't okay. And 9 times out of 10, they won't do that same thing again. You know what I'm saying? So boundaries for the win, man. Peace.